on RAMZES666. No buyback on this Brewmaster. Taking this fight is probably suicide if you're 9 damage.
Well, they're going to try. Kiyotaka dives in. Lotus Sub is there, though, so they do take down the tier 3 tower. Bryle jumps in. He finds RAMZES6. RAMZES6 doesn't have his BKB. Timado, can they do the damage? You're going to have the lockdown even through the Abyssal Blade. It doesn't matter. RAMZES6 is dead for 84 seconds. Screw the racks. Just go tier 4s. They get the lockdown onto Solo, and Solo buys himself back into this one. Kiyotaka trying to do the best to waste as much time as possible. Mero's back up in 9 seconds. They're just looking for all 3 tier 3 towers here. Maybe even mega creeps from this as well.
That positioning from RAMZES6 was way too bold. He knew he had no buyback, he knew he had no BKB.
Oh,
just gets tossed back. Bryle, such a good performance from him.
And yeah, the buyback comes out now as well. Bryle's going to be caught out. Mystic Flood does get dropped on him, so they get the kill onto the Tiny. The Tiny, though, has that buyback if things start getting hurry for him. Ari pops his own BKB. And it isn't going to be enough here, because Timado's like, you know what, I'm going to come right back in. I know you've just bought back, and I want to punish you for it. And they want this last racks. They want the mega creeps coming out here. Kasane, even if it costs him his life, he's going to use the Black Dragon to get it. Pops his own BKB. The Static Storm, the lockdown with the kinetic field. Do they have this one? This is going to be the dieback on Kiyotaka. GG, he just calls it. They know there's no way out of it, and it is going to be 9 Pandas being knocked out by TSM in 2 games.
I know I said TSM was slightly favored, but the way they were able to win these 2 games, just very convincing victory against a team like 9 Pandas. These guys are known for their lane prowess. They got demolished in both side lanes both times. Their decision making in this game was a bit better than game 1. They actually, despite all odds, were able to hold out. But honestly, it was bound to happen. Like, you look at the atomization of this Alchemist, you have no solution to Sprout. They had no BKB on Storm for so long. Static Storm was still hard countering the Brew because he had an Aeon Disc, but it was just not enough of sustain. They just didn't have the pieces to fix this one. Maybe if they were trying with all heroes from the game number 1, there was a chance. But honestly, this is all TSM's merit. They played really well in both games, especially this one.
Justin Trudeau or Joe Biden?
Trudeau for sure.
Trudeau for sure. Okay, that's a very non-Canadian answer.
That's a great question.
I'm surprised that you answered that way.
Hey,
Whitemon?
are we done with Bryle?
How you feeling?
Nothing.
He feels nothing. All right, very good answer.
Whitemon, I want to ask you about the position 5 meta this patch. I feel like it seems kind of figured out already, right? With all the Treants and Warlocks and Vengeful Spirits. Do you think there's still room for more experimentation before TI, or do you think we're going to be seeing these heroes mostly?
I mean, yeah, I think mostly we're gonna seeing this hero, but who knows? Maybe other heroes will come at TI. Yeah.
So you think there's still room for exploration in this patch?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. And how has this tournament been for you so far? What's your experience been like?
I mean, yeah, this is our first time going to playoff.
That must feel really
we never
good.
make it to the playoff. So yeah, I'm really happy.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Congratulations. Ari, our favorite panelist, Ari. Congratulations on your win. Hold the mic. I have a couple of questions I want to ask you. So you guys have had a kind of a rocky, turbulent type of year. You've had your ups, you've had your downs, but right now it feels like you're in a really good place. What differences can you attribute this change to?
I think for a lot of the year we were very reliant on Moon, like being 80% of our team, whereas for this tournament and like last month or so, each of us have stepped up individually and like put more ideas in our own. Like, each of us are talking more and taking more responsibility for everything that happens rather than just relying on Moon. And I feel like that makes us a much stronger team.
That's an awesome answer. So at what point did you realize that you guys were getting too dependent on your coach? Like, was there a eureka kind of moment, or? I
think after Riyadh, the emotions were very high, and we tried very hard to find some solutions that could help us going forwards. And I think I also spoke to some other players on other teams, like how their team dynamic is, like what works, what doesn't. And I noticed some differences between the successful teams and what we were doing. And I decided, and we like kind of decided as a team that we need to, you know, kind of step up each of us as a team and we'll be stronger that way.
That's actually awesome. That's so great to hear. And the last question is, do you think being on this team has forced you to evolve a different kind of personality outside of talking more? Do you think you've had to learn how to cooperate with your teammates differently, or was it a natural fit for you?
I think definitely You need to learn a lot of things to play well as a team together. There's so many different aspects, and particularly as you go through a tournament, it also changes as well. Like every single series, the meta almost changes a bit depending on the previous one. So every single series, we have to learn new things and adapt to the tournament, stay one step ahead.
Okay, that's awesome. Thank you.
Thank you, panelist Ari. We appreciate it. Timado, we got a question for you. Who's the honorary team captain? I saw you guys are the only team without a team captain listed. Who's the captain?
I mean, we don't have a captain, but these guys say it's me.
I figured it was you.
Yeah, I guess I talk the most when we're drafting. I mean, he was drafting, and then day before Betboom, he's like, I don't want to draft. So I'm like, oh, I guess I gotta learn how to draft. So it's actually a headache. So I guess, quote unquote, I'm captain because I'm drafting. But, you know, everyone's kind of their own little captain right now.
Who's the funniest guy on the team?
This guy's a clown. But
I knew that was the answer, dude.
Kasane, we won't bother you. We won't bother you too much, but I just want to ask you a question about playing in this tournament in specific. Did you feel nervous at all? Because I know you're still newer to the scene than everybody else. Or at this point, do you feel comfortable playing at LANs?
Я не говорю по-английски. Я не говорю по-английски. Я не понимаю английский.
No rescue. No rescue. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that's it. That's all of TSM. We got Joe Biden from Bryle, some other stuff from the other guys. Ari basically did a whole panel by himself, so
Love
shout out
for
to
Ari.
And that's it for us, actually.
Yeah.
I think that's the end of the day.
Is there a post? We are throwing to whatever comes next.
Whatever's next is just going to come next. And we'll see you guys later.
Goodbye.